All right. All right. Looks like we're live. Welcome back to Whimsy Creek Art for anybody that is watching the replay. Today it's going to be somewhat kind of fall colors. I have a lot of neutrals and oranges and browns and greens all mixed up. So that's what we will be using today. I have some 2 by 2 inch tiles that I will make into magnets when I'm all done. And so that'll be what I'm first doing. Hey, Amber, it's you changed your name, right? It's Amber Davenport, but you changed your name. I'm pretty sure that same person. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. A bunch of kind of fall colors, fall inspired colors. Hey, H7. How are you doing? How is Amber? How is H7? All right. I am going to, I've got a small cup and I'm just going to fill the same cup and do dirty pour on all these tiles at once. So this is going to be kind of some fall colors here. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Awesome, awesome. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? So here is, it's parchment is the color. It's called parchment. And then this is called spiced carrot. And of course, it's going to be. So I have started a big project and I have been working on getting all of my bottles washed and cleaned out and straining the paint. And so these are actually the colors that I have left that I have not worked on yet. So the next time I go live painting, it'll be all washed bottles and newly mixed, new paint colors and everything. Well, a lot of the same paint colors and some new ones. All good in the hood? All right, good. That's good to hear. Just a little bit of that brighter color. Now this one is the one that I have silicone in. So I'm going to push this one. Yeah, I'm not going to push it because it's clogged. And that's why I'm washing out all my bottles. So that has been quite the project. Oh, yeah, you're sick. I'm so sorry. I hope you start feeling better. I know for us in this household, as soon as the school year starts, they bring the germs home and we get sick. You know, I homeschooled for several years and that helped on the germs for us. But yes, schools, public schools, that has so many germs. As soon as the school year starts, that's when we all get sick. Because I have no immune system either. So, yeah, I hope you start feeling better. That is no fun. All right, guys, I think I got plenty of paint in here, and I am just going to dirty pour right on all these tiles at once. So I'm going to do a couple and then do the other couple. A lot of orange. But I have strained all my paint bottles except for these last few I have that I kept for today. But, oh, it was gross. I strained them with, I went to the Dollar Tree and bought pantyhose. But, oh, the amount of little spots that were kind of goober boogers in the paint. That was bad. It was definitely time to wash out all the bottles. All right. The one thing I did not set out for me today was a rag. Oh, here's one. I have to wipe my hands off. All right. H7, you weren't here on Friday. I did a live stream and I showed all my paintings that I had dried and how they dried and what they looked. But I did show that one painting that you were interested in that I had done. I believe it was the week before I had done that painting. And are you still interested in that one? Did you happen to see that live stream? Oh, you'll have to check it out. All right. Yeah. I showed that. I'll have to find the timestamp and message you the timestamp, or I can message you a picture of the painting too. You know, Matt, that's a lot of orange in there. I'm going to get just some other colors in here real quick. And then we'll have plenty of paint for, pouring it right into the cap. That doesn't help me any. For the next ones as well in here. But I've been listing a whole bunch of new paintings on, oh, you are interested? All right, you sure are. Yeah, my bottles had been mixed up with the same paint, some of them for over a year. So it was just time to get them cleaned out, and the outsides were getting quite painted up. So I'm just getting them all cleaned up and labeled really nicely. So then I know what brand of paint, because some of them I know the color, but I don't know the brand to refill them. So yeah. But so H7, yeah, I was saying that I have that one, and I'm not listing it on Etsy. I will save it for you if you would like. Or I have posted a whole bunch of new ones on Etsy. And so you can take a look there and see if you are interested in any of those, or if you would like that one you saw me do. So wiping my hands off. But yeah, it's quite the process of cleaning them out. I had to wash them. It was a whole, I had 3 tubs of soapy water set up. And the first one got the major gunk out. And then the next one I scrubbed pretty good. And then that last tub of soapy water is where I got up the final all really clean. So it was a whole big process. So let me torch these ones. Mainly to get rid of the air bubbles. But yeah, so check out my Etsy, and so it's whichever you like the best. But I have put a whole bunch on Etsy here, and I'm putting lots more later this afternoon too. So all right, guys, in the cup it sure is pretty, and that'll go on one here in just a minute. I'm gonna move these out of the way. All right, guys, set these over here, and I'll grab the next ones. Or actually, they're already here. I don't need to grab them. We'll just do these ones next. Put a little bit more of that lighter color in there. A little bit more of this brighter. It's a pumpkin orange is what it's actually called, but it's almost like a yellowy orange. And I think I'll go ahead and put some yellow ochre. Gotta shake it a little. All right. Just kind of a figure 8. I'm not mixing it completely, but just giving it a little bit of a mix. All right. So I'm just going to do another dirty pour. And the last Friday on my live stream, that's what I did was I showed a bunch of dried paintings. So I also showed what I've been doing with these tiles. These are just 4x4-inch tiles. And sometimes I make coasters out of them, but I also have been making sets of 3 or 4 that kind of match. And then my mom's barn kind of blew down in a storm. So I showed on last Friday's live stream some of my barnwood pieces that we've been making. Still need a lot of green in here. Cat. The cat is jumping up where I just set those paintings. It was Sasha. Mike's here today, so he can go grab her. And she's meowing. She doesn't want to be grabbed. So, all right. Just going to do these all at once, and then I'll torch them when I'm done. And I did go to the Dollar Tree, and I got a whole bunch of new little jack-o'-lantern wood cutouts, candy skull wood cutouts, turkeys, ghosts, all kinds of little wood cutouts. So soon I'll be doing all those. I'm not sure, probably a few of them on a live stream and a few of them on a video. So I've been doing 4 of these at a time, and they will match and then kind of not match. And so what I do is I usually pick 3 of them out to put on the barnwood. And so I picked the 3 out of the 4 that match the best. So I think these first 3 that I'm doing will be the ones that probably end up on the barnwood this time, because that other one sure got a lot of that green I put in there at the last. Just getting the edges real quick, pulling it kind of more to the center again. I'm going to wipe my hands off. Your hands sure get slippery. The paint gets you slippery. Yeah, she wants to put her little touch on it, doesn't she? Yeah, Mike grabbed her though. So, but yeah, she's being naughty. She's actually pretty good. She doesn't usually get up on the table or anything. She was just, yeah, she checked one out last week. She sure did. But actually, so last Tuesday I did a live stream and I did a tree ring pour, and it was the blue one. And I said, I don't like this painting. This painting didn't turn out very good. Well, the cat must have heard me, because she's decided she would kind of fix it up for me, because it was that one that she decided to walk in. But actually, I think that it was our other cat that walked in that one. And she's really old and elderly. She doesn't really get out much and do much. But I think she was the one that walked in. She's the one that had the evidence, the paint on her. So this one is real pretty, but it doesn't, I mean, it could look good if I put the 3 of them and put this in the middle. Sometimes it looks nice with a contrasting, similar, but kind of contrasting too. But, so yeah. Oh, now she's trying to attack the shadow of your hand on the wall. Yes, I was, you know how sometimes you play with laser pointers with cats? You don't even have to have a laser pointer with our cat. You can just do it with your hand shadow. She'll attack it. She is special. She sure is. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give these a little bit of a torch. They don't need much. And these are definitely not my normal colors, but I kind of wanted to do a little bit different colors today. Oh, does she try to eat your food? See, our cat does not like human food. Could care less about human food, except for one thing. And it's kind of funny because I don't know any other cats. But as soon as you get this item out of the fridge and she hears the packaging, she flips out. But it's string cheese. And it's not any other types of cheese. But as soon as she hears that string cheese, you know how you peel it apart and it makes that noise? Peel the 2 ends apart and it opens up. She is obsessed with string cheese, and she'll come and she'll wrap her, you have cats will walk around your feet, wrapping around your feet back and forth like a figure 8 between your feet. Oh, she does that, and she just loves string cheese. It's the funniest thing. I've never seen a cat freak out for string cheese. Oh, yours too. That's awesome. All right, let me grab my skewer out of there. I might end up needing it in a few. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And then the next one I have is a top to a paper mache bottle. That one's got a lot of cells there. All right, going to move this one out of the way. Grab this one here. Gotta make sure they're level when I set them down. Okay, so this is the box top to a paper mache. And I have already done the top once, didn't like it. Then I had a bunch of extra gold one day. I'm not sure why. I put it all over it. I think I was going to make it a background and work on something, but it's never worked out. So now we're going to pour on top of it. So let me gather what colors for this one. We've got this dusty pink color. We have just a little bit of this portrait pink. And another pink color. And rose gold, I think is what we're going to do for this one. Did you go look on Etsy? Or the ones I just did? I have some more I'm going to be putting on Etsy this afternoon. I have a sunset one, a 16 by 20 sunset that I was really happy with the way what it was. Okay, so you went and looked on Etsy. All right, yeah, thank you. I have 120, I think 122 things on Etsy now. So, but I have a ton, I have probably 122 more things to put on. Oh, the ones I just did. Okay, yeah. Those are kind of different colors than I'm used to doing. Some oranges. I don't usually use orange too often. So, awesome. I'm glad you liked them. I'll probably be doing, because it's fall, a few more pours with those same colors soon. But that's also something I'm doing with cleaning out my bottles. A few of them have silicone, a few don't. I'm going to have no silicone in my bottles. If I add silicone, I'll add it while I'm doing the pour, but I'm not going to have any silicone stored in the bottles. Because every once in a while, like this green has silicone. I'm committed to any pours, having silicone in it. And sometimes you don't always want a bunch of cells, different techniques. You might want it different. So it'll be nice to have all the bottles zero silicone too. All right, so I think we're going to just see if there's a little bit more in there. Yeah, we have about 222 more things. Yes, we have to give our kitty just a little piece of string cheese. And then she'll sit there and just love that little piece for the longest time. But it's the funniest thing. And we've had her for close to 10 years. And it's just now the last year, maybe 2 years, that she's been really just into string cheese. It's so funny to me. Oh, were the painting otherworldly? Awesome, yes. All right, there's about enough paint in here. Quick little squirt of this color. That one's kind of clogged, but see, that's why I'm cleaning them all out. There'll be no more clogs for a while. All right, I think we should have enough. And this has been painted already twice, but we're going to, third time's the charm, right? And this one, I'm going to go ahead and torch real quick. See if we can stretch some of those little tiny cells out as I tilt it. Now it does have a good, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, probably about 1.5 inch sides. So I need enough paint to flow over the side too to get the sides real well on this. And then this is a box that has a bottom to it. And then I usually just paint the bottom a solid color. Okay, try to get that nice lacing back towards the middle a bit. All right. Now I think that looks better than it did. It first had some blue on it, and then I painted over it with the gold. And so it's had many lives here, this one. Just getting the edges a little bit. All right, let me wipe my hands off. So my new live stream, H7, I'm going to be live face-to-face on every Friday. So that's going to be kind of my new schedule. Tuesdays at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time will be painting. And then Fridays at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time will be face-to-face. So, and we'll have like kind of somewhat loosely a subject to talk about each time, but we can chat about anything. But I'm going to kind of loosely have a subject to talk about each time. But yeah, I'm going to do Tuesdays will be painting and Fridays will be face-to-face. I'm going to try to stick with that schedule. But yeah, Mike even popped through last weekend real quick. Yep, perfect. Yep, 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, 9 o'clock on Fridays. And then you never know. I might pop in an occasional if I'm painting something really cool live that I want to show you guys. Or there may be a rare one, any other time too. But those are going to be the two scheduled ones. All right. So I'm definitely liking the way that looks way better than before. Yeah, Mike just kind of walked through last time. Hey, I'm not sure how to say MB Draw. Welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. How are you doing? Yeah, I showed all my painting, not all my paintings, a bunch of the ones I've recently done dried and how they look dried and stuff. So a lot of the ones that you guys have seen me do on videos or on live streams. Hey, Katie, Crafty Ladybug, how are you doing? So we've done a few tiles in fall colors, and then this is a top to a paper mache box. Yeah, it kind of looks like melted ice cream. All right, I'm going to move it out of the way. And I'm going to grab the next one. Have to make sure I get it level when I set it down each time. So here's another one of those crosses and a couple of light switch covers. I think I'm looking around at the colors I have available. I think that these are going to be just browns. So I'm going to put some of this light. It's called Parchment. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I make it look easy. Once you have the consistency of the paint and how to mix the paint, it is a lot easier. The hard part is getting all the paint mixed up to just the right consistency because every color has a different density. So you got to make it just right for the density of that color. So you guys don't see a lot of the harder part, getting them all mixed up just perfect. Oh, is this type? Yeah, paint pouring. That's awesome. I'm glad we could introduce a new art form to you. I love it when new people are introduced to it. Awesome. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer any sort of questions. Yeah, and it's spending all the money to get all the materials because I get my Floetrol, you got to buy it per gallon, and all the paint and everything. So yeah, definitely. Hey, Foraging Seeker, how are you doing? Mike went out this last weekend and he went and got a bunch of chanterelles. He got chanterelles, white ones and yellow ones. And he got a little bit of chicken of the woods. So we're excited. We're going to be eating the chicken of the woods today. And then the chanterelles, we cooked up part of them the other day. I made a cream of mushroom soup. It was so good. And then last night I made some egg noodles and had the cream of mushroom soup over the egg noodles. So good. I love chanterelles. All right. I'm going to pour this one on this cross. Quite a bit of paint there. Got a little bit too much down there at the end. I bumped him, but you do need quite a bit so you can get the sides, but I got a little too much at spots. I figured I have a lot of colorful crosses done. I figured I might as well do kind of a more neutral one. It's almost turned out looking like wood grain. Just making sure I've got all the ends, all the sides. All right, now I'm going to wipe my hands off a bit. Yes, 'tis the season for mushrooms, and they are in abundance. I didn't get to go. I had to stay home for some other things, but Mike went, and him and his father and stuff, and they said that they got them super, super quickly. And so there is an abundance. All right, quite a few cells. I looked away and I looked back over and it's just popped with cells. That was interesting. So I am going to go ahead and do these light switch covers, same colors. It looks carved. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, guys. I was telling everybody quite the process I've been going through to get all my bottles of paint cleaned out. So they're all getting all cleaned out. These are the last few colors that after I'm done with the live stream, they'll get washed out. But all the other colors, all of my blues have been washed out. Most of my colors, the bottles have been washed out nice and clean. But that has been way bigger project than I intended. I didn't realize it was going to be such a big project. I've been doing that actually most of the weekend. But I also didn't realize I had almost 50 colors of paint mixed up. I don't need that many colors. All right, there's just a couple of spots and I don't want to stretch it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give just a little bit more here. Okay, I'm going to wipe my hands real quick because I'm get slick. Yeah, I have a beginner paint series that has all kinds of stuff on what the supplies you need. It has a lot of beginner knowledge on there and about each of the techniques and everything. So check out my playlists. There's some good playlists to watch for beginners. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap these little areas to get the paint. Then gravity kind of pulls it through. But, oh, there we go. These light switch covers are real nice. A lot of people that rent, they like to get them because then they can get if you rent, you can't sometimes paint your walls, and it's nice to have something you can give a little bit of color. And the light switch covers are real easy to switch out. Oh, thank you, Diana. Thank you. Yeah, it's been almost 2 weeks. About 2 weeks that you saw an ad. Awesome, awesome. Thanks for watching the ad. Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks, and I haven't been counting how much money I'm making. I've been counting how many paint tubes I've been making. So I have made 8 paint tubes. I've made 8 tubes of paint with my channel. So of course you don't get it till you make the first 100, but that's how I'm looking at it. I've made 8 tubes of paint, so that's awesome. Hey, Master Arts, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I try to kind of mix up the music, have some nice. I usually go. There's different genres of the music under the editor I'm using, and so I usually try to go to the one that says folk and the one that says sentimental. There's a couple of them that have some pretty good music. Thank you guys. Been watching my videos. That is much, much appreciated. Yep, Master Arts. He loves drawing, has some beautiful drawing videos. Some great drawing videos, pretty easy. Oh, what I mean is, like, okay, instead of saying like I've made $20 so far, I'm counting it as, what I spend on tubes of paint. So I have made what I could buy to 8 tubes of paint worth. That's what I've made on YouTube so far. Because it's kind of funner to look at it that way than look at it, I've only made $20 or whatever. But it's funner to look at it. All right, I've made 8 tubes of paint. I don't know. It just kind of sounds better that way. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've got lots of different playlists. Playlists for certain techniques, playlists that are just like no speaking, just music. If you want to just sit back and watch and let it go, and there's no speaking in them. I even have playlists titled like Story Time, where I did live streams and I told like when I was carjacked and kidnapped. The first time I was ever left home alone as a kid and the house burnt down. I have story times. I have all kinds of playlists. So yeah. And there's beginner ones. Definitely answers a lot of questions on what types of supplies, what types of paint I use, and the different techniques, what they are. Like today, I'm using a dirty pour technique. And that's where you put all the paint in a cup, and this is called your dirty cup because you're just putting all the colors in at the same. And then you pour it on, and that's just called a dirty pour. And there is so many techniques. I mean, there is literally probably 100 different techniques. So, all right, I'm going to move this one out of the way, and I think I'm going to grab, I have an 8x10 I think I want to redo. It didn't turn out very well, so we're going to redo that one. I'm going to set this out of the way real quick. All right, let me grab. Oh, very much so. Me too, Foraging Seeker. I'm a very entrepreneur mind. I think a lot entrepreneur. So anytime I'm getting into something new, I'm trying to think of ways to sell it, ways to make money off of it. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Amber. Yeah. Did I watch hours with my painting live streams mostly. Yeah, mostly painting live streams or just my videos. I have 302 videos, so I have over 300 videos. So I just have a lot for people to watch, I guess. But there's a few videos that have got a couple. I think I have 5,000 views on one video and a couple videos with 1,500 views, and so mainly just views on the videos themselves. I just have a lot of content, I guess. But so yeah, this was a pour here that I did a while back that I'm going to go ahead and put browns over the top. See, this right here, guys. That's the problem why I'm washing out all my, and that, because there's just, after having them mixed in the same cups for over a year, they slowly have gotten kind of boogers in them. Yeah, you want to make some dough? You've sold some road made tie dye. That is awesome. That is awesome. I love tie dye. You like this one? It kind of does remind of neurons, and I like parts of it. And I am going to redo this one, but there's too much blue. I don't like that blue. So what I think I'm going to do is get a much lighter blue as the background and do those same colors on the top. So you'll probably see one soon that looks like the neurons like this, but it's going to have, I don't like the blue with it. I'm going to do a lighter blue. Yeah, those I call them boogers, but they're just kind of spots, I think, up on the sides. After, there's this much paint in it, up on the sides kind of dry a little, and then when you shake it, those dry spots from the sides get throughout, and then that's why I had to stop everything this weekend and kind of do a big wash of everything because it was getting too often, too many of those. So I'm just going to set this here and let it drain out while I check the chat. Hey, subdued excitement. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm glad you could catch a live. How are you doing? Welcome. Oh, you like the blue. Yeah, it really overtook it. I don't know. See, and that's the thing. Sometimes I hate paintings and I'm like, oh, I got to get rid of this one. This one's got to go. I'm trying to press. Okay, good. I couldn't get it to go. Another moderator just handled that, it says. All right. I was trying to get it with my gloves. But yeah, sometimes I hate the painting and then other people are like, I love it. But I never know. Everybody has different, you never know. But I am getting a little bit low on canvases, so I needed to reuse one this morning. So where are you at on your watch time, Diana? Ooh, I can see, and this is the problem that I'm having with these bottles with the goobers. I can see the goober. So this is going to probably be a background. And I needed some more masculine backgrounds for some things I'm going to do for a art fair I've got coming up. But I got to get on the signing up for the art fairs. They're getting full and it's making me nervous. Okay, let me wipe my hands and then I'll torch that one. But so you've got to be getting, oh, you've got 2,495. Oh, wow. Okay. I was thinking you had to been a lot closer because you go live quite often. Do you promote your videos on anywhere else, like on Twitter, or promote your videos over on some other platforms too? Okay, I need to tip, tip, tip because I really like one side and not the other. Hey, Spliffy, how are you doing? Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, I thought you were a lot closer than that, Diana. Just keep going live. Just keep going live. You'll get there. Oh, yeah, the ones that you're least proud of, you put at the bottom. Yeah, this in July I did a big art sale and there was several canvases. They somewhat matched but kind of didn't match as well. And a couple came over and they picked out three of them and bought all three of them to go together. And they were three of my least favorites, but I was like, all right, they took all three of my least favorites and bought them. So you never know. Other people may really like it. Oh, some opal. I want to try to work on some different opal, some minerals, malachite, paintings that'll look like different minerals. That's going to be a new project I'm working on soon. So you guys see, like as it sits there, it's still developing cells. And you can kind of help it along with the torch, but it will for a good half hour. For about a half hour, it'll just kind of keep popping up with cells. All right, I'm looking around me for something else to paint for you guys. Let me move this out of the way a bit, and I only got a couple more things here to paint for today. Because I think I'm going to go with Mike. He's got a bid to go give, and we were talking about I might go with him here in a few to go give a bid. Yeah, some geodes and just some minerals too. Just malachite. I really want to do a malachite pour, but just several different ones. Oh, it totally is fun stuff. So fun, so messy though. All right, let me look around for a landing spot for this one. Okay, I'm gonna move this one out of the way, guys. I'll be all right. Now I have a light switch cover. Another one of those light switch covers. Let's figure out the colors. I don't have a lot of my colors around. Oh yeah, like over here, this is all just drippings. I'll cut this out of it's a plastic tablecloth. It sometimes will peel off that, or sometimes I'll have to cut it out. But there's all kinds of fun drippings. And then I'll make necklaces out of those a lot of times. All right, I think I'm gonna actually go with some of the browns and some of the pinks. So a little bit of this light brown with this goober. Oh yeah, Diana. You found one of the groups where they'll like trade playlists. They'll watch yours, you'll watch theirs. The only problem with that is I watched people's playlists for them, and I could tell by looking at my watch time that they weren't watching mine. So you got to be careful with those groups because the people will say they're watching you, but they're not always. So you don't want to put your effort into watching them and they're not, helping you with yours. So just be careful. Oh, yes, it is raining so hard here for sure. Fall is here. That is for sure. Let's see if we can get any more out of this one. But I think this one's pretty well out, which I was hoping to do this morning because then that's easier to wash them out when they're empty. Then I don't have to, I've been filtering or straining the paint with pieces of pantyhose. So less I have to filter through. But yeah, it's been a soaker. I mean, last year we had a pretty dry fall and winter. So it is nice to see this really hard rain. Diana, are you talking about Carter's Eats? The channel Carter's Eats? Because if you go into Carter's Eats, Lisa, she will help you with your watch time too. But you want people that are actually truly watching you because what happens? These people are all watching you and then you get monetized. Then you want people that are going to watch you when you're monetized. So you want, it's a kind of a double-edged sword. It's nice. It gets you your watch hours, but then you want people that are truly going to watch you. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You're pretty sunny out in the Tri-Cities. All right. Yeah, we are raining hard here. We've had some crazy weather, haven't we? I'm sure you guys have heard because you're in Washington State as well, but we had some small little couple of tornadic activity the last couple of weeks. That was really interesting. Very, very small, no damage, but weird for this area. Oh yeah, the notifications, they're still trying to figure out and get it all perfect with that where they've got the occasional and the where you get all notifications or occasional notifications. I kind of like this one. It's got some pinks, some browns. Those shades of pink and brown look well together. Yeah, that happened again, that weather thing that never happens. Oh yeah, Team Build with Geo. I've seen her live streams. That's good. As long as you get people that are really interested. I like to find, people that are really, really interested and going to be watching your stuff even after you've already become monetized and stuff. Saison Vintage World. Hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. How are you doing? Yeah, there were 7 reported water spouts on the Washington Oregon coast. Wasn't that just in one day or within 2 days or something? Yeah, see that quake storm. We're right below Mount St. Helens, which has lots of little tiny earthquakes. And then they had a bunch of little earthquakes off the coast. But the coast has a lot of little earthquakes quite often. Yeah, when outside of Hanford, I think I heard about that one last year, like 2 years ago, maybe. My dad and his family lived in Hanford for a little while. They lived in Hanford when it leaked, when it had the big. So yeah, they lived right across the river from the nuclear plant in Hanford. Oh, that was just yesterday where they had all the water spouts off of the Oregon Washington coast, 7 of them. That's just nuts. Usually they'll have like one a full all season, but there were 7 in one day. Yeah, if you guys want to check each other out, check each other's channels out and all that. Diana's got some amazing art live streams. She has guests on there doing art, and then she does art herself, and she has amazing videos with art. She does primarily Alcohol Inc., but she does a lot of mixed media as well, but some beautiful, beautiful Alcohol Inc. I have to say that right, Alcohol Inc., because I said that recently to somebody in person, and they thought I said somebody was painting with alcoholics. They go, how do you paint with an alcoholic? I think I just talk too quickly, so you hear alcoholic, but it's Alcohol Inc. It was funny though when that happened. You're about 70 miles south of Chicago. Oh, you've been pretty lucky down there. That's crazy how, difference of 70 miles makes a big difference in weather. That's so crazy. So, yeah, Chicago is so pretty. I haven't really honestly appreciated Chicago. I've never been there ever. But I just recently saw a few videos and they were in Chicago. And I was like, wow, the architecture and stuff. Chicago has a really, really pretty skyline. I honestly think Chicago has one of the prettiest skylines of a big city that I've seen. I wrote the math down, Diana, recently. I'm not sure, but I'm safe. I'm not worried about falling between. My first videos was last year, October 7th was my very first videos. And the first couple months, I didn't get very many views at all. So yes, your views kind of drop off after a year. It has to be 4,000 within 365 days. So after the video's been out, the views are 366 days old. They don't count for you anymore. But the next few months, I had such few views last year because I was just starting out that it wasn't a big deal. Like I'm not worried about going below the 4,000 watch time because my channel's October 7th. It'll be a year. Oh, it's definitely not the city you grew up in. I don't think anywhere is anymore. It's just not the same world anymore. Yes. It's a beautiful city, though. It really is. I think Chicago, I really didn't appreciate it till just recently. And now I've been looking at some of the skyline photos. I kind of want to do a Chicago skyline painting. I think that would be really pretty. No, I haven't seen the Great Santini about the hard-ass ways of a USMC pilot. Painted a floor with that sounds like something I would totally be interested in. I'll have to look. So one of the decks of the ship or something. I'll have to look that up. I wonder. I only have Netflix and Hulu, so I mainly watch stuff on Netflix and Hulu. Oh, Amber, do you have endometriosis? I had endometriosis. There's one cure for endometriosis. It's very, very rare, but there is only one cure. That's getting pregnant. But it's rare for you to get pregnant if you have endometriosis. But that's a long other discussion. But yes, I actually had that for a long, long time. They told me I would not have kids because of it. But I was able to get pregnant and it cured it. So there's only one cure, and that's getting pregnant. Well, I guess here it puts you in remission, they call it. Yeah, it's the last 365 days. So all the views in the last 365 days. So once those views are 366 days old, they no longer count. So yeah, you definitely want to have 4,000 watch hours within 365 days. So guys, I'm done painting, but I'll continue chatting with you for a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take my gloves off. My hands get super sweaty in the gloves. But that is the last thing I'll be painting today. So it's not that interesting to watch, but for a couple minutes. Oh, drank a little bit too hard. Oh, he had a little Campbell soup tucked away just for that. Oh, I'll have to check it out. Interesting. I haven't seen that one. But yeah, so Diana, is your channel a little bit older? See, my channel's less than a year, so um some of the views that you have that are over a year old, they'll be dropping off of your watch time. Yes, it is hard. It's very painful. Yes. Um, I know what that fight is about. I actually had to have a couple of surgeries for the endometriosis. Um, uh, Endotopic through the belly button surgeries for endometriosis when I was 18 and when I was 20. So I know what it's all about, but thankfully I don't go through that anymore. So I feel for you. Oh, you're going to rewatch it? Yeah, is that one of those videos that's good enough you watch it over and over again? Oh, did you grow up in the military? Were you forging seeker? I haven't ever asked you. Were you are you military? Did you serve? So you were your dad was in Marines maybe? My dad was in the Navy. And I actually almost joined the Navy. I took my ASVAB, I did everything. I was joining the Navy. And then I met Mike. Actually, like I was joining the Navy within those next like week while I was signing up. And then I met Mike. Oh, okay, not exactly. No, okay. So yeah. I have a sister in the Navy, or a stepsister, I mean. Stepsister that was career Navy. I have a stepbrother who's career Navy. I have an aunt and an uncle who's career Navy. I have a cousin who's career Army. I have lots of military in my family. The Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery was fun. I did not do that. Nope. Did you? Oh, you were monetized before they made the different requirements. Yeah. Yeah, the requirement just have the 10,000 views. A lot of people, that changed so much stuff for people when they changed the views. Just keep on plugging along, keep on doing live streams, keep on putting the content out, and I'm sure you'll get there. I just set myself, goals each day, and I just made sure that I put a video out almost every single day for a while, and that got me views. So yeah, just keep plugging along and you'll get there. Yeah, do a few test videos, make some videos on whatever you want and see how it goes. All right, are you taking off, Amber? All right, it was great having you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, okay. I got the ASVAB. I guess I haven't heard the whole, because what did you say before? It was something else. Vocational aptitude battery. Yeah, the armed service vocational. Oh, okay. You've changed your name. All right. Yes, I remember Countrywoman. Okay. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well. All right, Amber. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good one. Yeah, I did really well on my ASVAB. I actually did my ASVAB in the parking lot of our college here. The recruiter just met me in the parking lot. He had a laptop. He handed me his laptop and I took it in the parking lot of the college. It was really sitting on the ground, like on the pavement, sitting on the pavement. I took my ASVAB. It was a weird situation. Oh, okay. So the live streams are where you're getting mainly your views. Okay. Yes, yes, definitely. Just keep doing what you're doing. You are consistent. And that is the big thing, being consistent. That makes a huge difference. Definitely. I think that also with the start of school, people, they were trying to end summer, had a lot of stuff to end on the summer, and then get started in the school year. I think has kept people really busy. You should do some live streams now coming up. I bet you'll pick up the numbers because people tend to be coming back. I think the school year has kind of started. People are getting back into their routines. So, uh, no glitter or confetti today. Here is a light switch cover that I just painted here a few minutes ago. I've painted a few tiles. I've painted a cross, paper mache box. So actually, I painted quite a few things today. I was actually going to just kind of chat a little bit and then get off of here because I'm going to go with my husband to do a bid for a job. So just a couple minutes. But if that's something you would like to see, I will do next Tuesday. I will make sure to get the glitter out. I have lots of glitter, and that's something I can plan for next weekend or next Tuesday. I mean, not weekend. But so yeah, I'll use some glitter next week. Yeah, as the weather gets a little bit colder, your sub count should go up. People tend to watch a little bit more as the weather gets colder and they're not so busy with outdoor activities. Definitely. And I think the artsy stuff, the artsy videos, as people start going to like around here in this area, Christmas like bazaars and Christmas craft sales are very popular. And so a lot of people will go to these craft sales and see ideas and stuff, and then they'll go home and watch videos. So I think as people are seeing stuff out and about and they're starting to think about gift making and they're starting to watch everybody's videos. So yeah. And you're getting there. I mean, you're over halfway. It's a big number. It's a huge number. It sounds daunting, but you just slowly, break away at it and you'll get there. So, all right, guys, what do you guys have planned for the rest of your day? I'm going to run with Mike to go do a bid, and then I'm going to finish washing all those bottles out and then refill them and mix paint. So, it's pretty much going to be a day of washing bottles and mixing paint. What does everyone else have planned? Any fun, exciting plans anybody has? Oh, what did I remind you of? What did I remind you? Yeah, no problem. I'm sure you'll get there. Yeah, I had a daily goal. I would check my stats one time in the morning and just kind of see where I'm at, and that was it. And it's crazy how it just keeps, faster and faster. Like those first couple thousand were hard to achieve, and then once you get those first couple thousand, it gets a little bit easier and a little bit easier. Oh, does your dog get upset when you want to wash his blanket? Awesome. All right. Yeah, you got some videos to film, have lots of videos to post. So do I. I hate the editing. I hate the editing. I need to get faster at that. Oh, yes, that sounds good. Oh, yes, some cheesecake and can of caramels. All right, that sounds like a good day too. Oh yeah, you wanted to do. I did one year a free event, and everything was free the day after Thanksgiving, and it was a bunch of artists and creatives, And we just got together and we did a no spend the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. And we all got together and we bartered our art and our creative stuff. And we just traded and we gave each other back and forth art. So nobody had to spend any money. And we all had gifts for our family and friends without having to spend any money or anything. It was a Black Friday little event that a bunch of friends, creative people, artists, and there was probably about 25, 30 of us, and we got together and we all just traded our stuff. Nobody had to spend a penny. And that was a super fun event. Yeah, kind of like what you're saying, Black Friday party and come to community craft sales to help with all the Christmas shopping. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I read that before you deleted it. It's all right. It's all right. Only indoors art you'll be doing is baking. You usually do a bunch of gardening, some outdoor stuff. You're waiting for the weather to be cold. Okay. I watch your channel all the time. Ranuvius Art. Ranuvius Art. I hope I'm saying that right. You have awesome paintings, and I watch your channel. Thank you for stopping in. How are you doing? Spliffy, not the cheesecake. You're bartering that for bluegill fillets. That is awesome. That I love to hear that people bartering. That is the best way. We've had Mike went and got a bunch of chanterelles, so we've had a lot and overabundance of mushrooms, and so we've been doing a little bit of bartering ourselves. I wish I could find somebody that has a salmon. I would love to barter some mushrooms for a salmon. That would be amazing. We've done that in years past. So, but Mike might be going sturgeon fishing this weekend. Oh, of croissants, infused croissants. All right. That would be good. I am not, I'm a huge baker. I actually, my first Etsy shop was baked goods and cookie mixes and cake mixes and stuff like that. So I used to sell on Etsy my baked goods, but I cannot get croissants down. I cannot get them nice and flaky. I think my problem is my hands are always super, super hot. And so it melts the butter. I need my hands to be cooler to not, because you need that butter to be nice and cool to have layers of butter throughout. And my hands are so warm, it melts the butter as I'm trying to make it. Buying gifts from community versus buying from distance afar. Yes, I do a lot of my, because I sell a lot at the craft bazaars and stuff like that. So we do a lot of trading, bartering. Yeah, a movement of locally sourced gifts is cash infusion for local economy. Very much so, hugely important. Or are you coming back from work? Oh, you're gonna go work on some more paintings. Awesome, awesome. You're taking off Life of Ellen 44. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. And I'm live on Tuesdays and Fridays at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Those are my new scheduled time. Yeah, I would get my butter super cold, and I have a old piece of a countertop. It's a piece of like marble, a slab of marble, and all that. I would do all that. My hands are so hot that it would just melt the butter, even if I had the butter super cold. Prosperity shared capitalistically. Yes. Put them in the freezer for an hour. Well, I put the butter in the freezer for an hour, but I can't put my hands in the freezer for an hour. And it just, for everything I've done, it doesn't melt the butter, but doesn't keep it cool enough to have those nice flaky layers you need for a croissant. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome. I'm so glad you watched me. Awesome. I really appreciate everyone that watches me. That is awesome. So, all right, guys, sounds like you guys all have some pretty fun events, making some cheesecakes and caramels and painting and some laundry, and everybody's got a pretty busy afternoon. I am going to go ahead and get off of here because we got to head over and do a bid for Mike for a job. So I'm going to get off of here, but I'll be back here on Friday. And you never know, I might pop in another time too. Not before Friday, you never know. Oh, and Katie's got some diamond painting to do. Renting space to host more stone. Awesome. You're going to bring some more friends in, some more friends into the. That's awesome. Oh, Spliffy, I didn't realize it was your first time. Oh, thank you so much for stopping in. Yes. I try to always make it to your shows on Saturday. Sometimes I'm busy, but I try to make it every Saturday because that's the good time when we can chat with some of the people that you don't see around so much. You know, get chat with Lost Dog, get chat with you, Spliffy. So I enjoy your show as well on Saturdays. So thanks for stopping in. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting with me. All right. Have a good one, everyone.